Hey guys, welcome to a new movie review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the film Pan. It is a film by Joe Wright, who's worked on The Soloist and Atonement. Pan is a film that's basically a prequel to the Peter Pan story. It's about how Peter got to Neverland, how him and Captain Hook, not even Captain Hook at the time, but James Hook, how they met in Neverland, what kind of villainous forces there were before Captain Hook became the villain of Neverland. Um, this movie is all about how Peter got there and who he met and how the whole story of Peter Pan got started and how we eventually got that story of Peter Pan that we all knew and came to love. So overall, guys, as you can tell by that very simple synopsis, there really isn't much to this movie. I really didn't like it that much. I like The Soloist. Joe Wright's not a terrible director. He has some not so good ones on his record, but Pan will definitely go down as probably one of his weaker films. Really didn't add anything to Peter Pan at all. So I'm going to get into my positives and negatives of why Pan was, well, not so great. So for my positives and negatives of Pan, I did think Peter Pan and James Hook had good screen chemistry. They're played by Levi Miller, who's a new actor to Hollywood, and Garrett Hedlund, who some of you might recognize from Tron Legacy, who played James Hook. I thought the two of them had good screen chemistry. They definitely feel like something that they're not really quite friends, and I think that's what works about it. And it definitely foreshadows something that maybe they're not always going to remain friends over the years. And I liked that screen chemistry that the two of them had. Another big plus of the movie was Levi Miller as Peter Pan. I think we have another big actor on our hands. He seems very confident with the material. Um, did Peter Pan the way I would see Peter Pan even before Peter Pan became Peter Pan. So Levi Miller did a good job. That was another good thing about the movie. Another good thing about the movie was the film's color scheme and camera filters. The colors definitely seem accurate for where they're at. Like if they're on a pirate ship, it's going to be very dark, very gritty, very brown and dark blue. If they're in, Tiger Lily's Native American land, obviously it's going to be very colorful, very, festive. So they definitely got the color scheme right. And Joe Wright definitely put some camera filters in certain scenes that I think worked for the most part for some of these scenes. So technically, on those parts, they were good. Now for my negatives. There's way too many things going on in this movie. I can't even begin to tell you like what kind of film this is trying to be. It's a World War II movie, an Oliver Twist reboot, a fantasy story, an adventure story, an Indiana Jones movie, a pirate movie, a drama, maybe a little bit of a romance. This film has no idea what it wants to be. It has no clue what film this is. It has no idea what its audience is, what its genre is. It's Peter Pan. It's fantasy. How do you mess that up? And for some odd reason, Pan manages to mess that up. Another huge negative of the movie is it's boring. I was bored in this movie 25 minutes in. I was really hoping it would pick up later on. It doesn't. It's a very boring movie. It's not fun to watch. There's also no character development in this movie. Peter Pan never grows in the movie. James Hook never grows in the movie. Rooney Mara, who plays Tiger Lily, never grows in the movie. Blackbeard never grows in the movie. Nobody grows in the movie. Nobody learns from their mistakes or goes on or learns a valuable lesson that will make them better people. There's no character development at all in this movie. There's also no sense of adventure in this movie. It tries to be an adventure film maybe during like a 15-minute period at one point in the movie, but that's it. It really has no sense of adventure. I really felt bored here. The film also has some really bad and outdated CGI, and that's terrible because this film was originally going to come out in July of 2015. It came out in October of 2015, and the reasoning was they claimed they needed more time to work on the visuals. Shame on them. The visuals, there were no visuals. The visuals look like something out of a Windows 95 computer, and I'm not exaggerating here. It really looked bad. It did not look good. The CGI, we've seen better CGI in like 1992, and I'm not joking about that. The film also adds nothing new to the Peter Pan story. It really, I didn't learn anything new about Peter Pan after watching this movie. It's so all over the place. It's so unfocused of what it wants. It added nothing new to the Peter Pan story. So overall, guys, I'm gonna give Pan a 4 out of 10. Not a good movie. It really is not a good movie. It's not worth your time or money. It's not worth renting at Redbox. Just stay home and watch Hook. Stay home and watch the animated Peter Pan movie. Both films, I think, are more worth your time than this movie. Uh, like I said, Pan's not good. I would avoid this one.